team, Zath? Who is green?
Green is bonks.
Thank you. Okay, I'll take us in and talk about the bonks lineup.
All right.
Action stations.
Oops. All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, worshippers of all ages, to Day 4 of King of the Sea 14 here on North America. We're starting here in the top 16 with two seeded teams, Zath. This is Bonks and OO7 on Crash Zone Alpha. Bonks bringing a St. Vincent, a Yamato Double Des Moines Salem, and a Napoli fronted by Gearing Kleber and Shibakaze. What's OO7 got cooking on the south spawn?
Oh, no.
Oh, no, what?
I don't know if they're in or not to the game.
What do you mean?
Oh, wait, no, that's right, because they're pulling your feet. Okay, cool. I'm just...
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, sorry. All right, whatever.
Relax, Zath. Trust us.
I'm looking at no, I'm looking at the DMs right now. But anyway, so OO7 is bringing Montana, St. Vincent, Worcester, Venezia, Petropavlovsk, Marceau, Shimakaze. I believe he has 12-kilometer torpedoes. Harugumo, and Yu Yang. Yes, the Shimakaze is rocking 12s. Dyer, by the way, for Bonks is running 20-kilometer torps.
Okay. All right, so as you guys saw in the game previews, the big bands for this map, of course, Moskva and Nevsky. Only one Petro allowed on each team. And Zath, interestingly, Bonks eschewing the 12-kilometer radar completely, not bringing one at all. OO7 at least deciding to bring a Petro.
I want to also comment on something that we saw earlier today with the EU games. There was a comment asking whether or not the St. Vincent.exe patch would reach North America. And it seems to have done so, as both teams are fielding one such battleship.
Absolutely. And it was starting to filter in even on day one. There were teams using St. Vincent, but we're starting to see more of them now as the tournament goes on.
That's correct. Okay,
a bit of early radar here over at the B cap. Go ahead, Zach.
Just about to mention that. We got a nice little death snail coming in, allowing the Des Moines to get closer to B cap. And Koi Fish Pond has been pushed back as a result.
Yep, taking a fair chunk of damage here between Nagato's Kleber and Addy's Des Moines here. Down now right at half and falling.
Yep. But he is now dark. Lost a lot of his hit points to make this play happen. And Battleship Nagato is just going to casually back into B cap and grab the cap free. Well, we say that, but there is a Petro with 12-kilometer radar who can and likely will radar as soon as B starts being contested. But who can shoot back at this point?
Well, but will they? That's the thing. Who can shoot at him? Koi Fish is not going to take that risk as low as he is. So if I'm OO, I'm thinking right now, Zath, that probably the B cap is we're going to lose that as well. Whereas they're setting up, both teams setting up for a huge rumble up here at C.
That's right. Yeah, I'm liking this push here with the Gumo out in front. That's Frice. And let's take a look and see. Frice is not using the unique upgrade.
I was going to ask about that.
And it looks like he stopped. I think what they want to do is get Asherona in front.
Yep. I think they're going to let Akarona take the lead here with his smoke. That's what I'm expecting them to do here. Let's see. As he comes around the island here, lay a smoke screen, perhaps? He hasn't done it yet.
No.
Squarius Green's Des Moines is lit up there.
And that's why he's turning out. He sees it. He says, crap, 10-kilometer radar. Get out of here. Now, if he radared, he would catch Frice. But the Squarius is probably waiting to see... well, I don't know. He's ducking behind the island now.
He's got pretty solid island cover from the St. Vincent off to his left for the moment, his port side. Although it looks like he's going to T-bone himself in here.
As he should. I mean, he dodged some shells from that Petro because of it.
Very solid cover there. 4.5 minutes gone, and Bonks looking really good here, sitting on A, sitting on B, and about to turn over the C cap.
K-Bomb in the Montana just got whacked. It has to have been from Frat Star for Life, St. Vincent.
Squarius now, some shells falling in, nothing there. There's a whole lot of 007 firepower in this corner, Zath. So, I mean, they've got to make this play work somehow. They've kind of... We see this on Crash Zone Alpha what seems like all too often, right? Is that teams, they make... this is the play. They bank everything on this. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, they don't have a backup strategy. And I feel like we're going to see some of that here from 007. We got to see if they can make this work.
Fryce was smoking up in the Gumo, trying to farm out Squarius. Squarius responds with his I win button. But he's out.
Fryce sneaks out of the radar range. Able to go undetected back here at the back of the map. The very, very edge of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Acarona also tucked in up here. Currently just outside the range of that radar. Have a look down at A, Zath. Eagle Lance is making a play for the cap down here.
Makes sense. You got to keep pressure on both sides of the map. So I do like that decision to go in. He's got his radar running as well, catching Dire Shimakaze as a result. But he's being very smart not to open up. He doesn't want them to know exactly where he is.
Nope, no need.
Just push him back.
Yep, just push him back off the cap. They're going to have to do something. 007 is very nearly 300 points down now. You know, we've seen this before. When you give up this much map control early, when you don't do a good job of contesting caps or getting onto caps in a timely fashion, you can find yourself upside down on points very, very fast. And that's what's happening to 007 here in Game 1.
Yep, some more shells coming in on Squarius.
Fratstar is going to take a couple of these deep water torpedoes down at A. The fight for C continues. Greifer's Napoli up on the map edge, turning away. A whole bunch of ships. 007 really playing this islandy corner, these little gaps, these little nooks and crannies, trying to use them to their advantage here. Some torpedoes coming into this mess now. Let's see if these guys can sneak out of it without taking... I think Koifish is going to be in trouble, Zath. He's about to take one. He's going out.
Yep. There he goes.
But Todd Howard's gearing may also be in a bit of trouble. No, he's going to sneak out just in front of those. Goodness gracious, that was close. Still a huge lead here for Bonks right now. We are, what, 450 points up?
Something along those lines.
I think they're having some tech issues with the getting the game on.
Yeah, I'm looking over there as well.
Yeah.
Are you sure you got your in setup right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing I can do, Zath. I've done exactly what I've been told to do. This is on their end, I think.
Fair enough. All right.
I don't think anybody's gonna see this game one. I think is what I'm gathering now. It's unfortunate.
Well, fortunately, I'm actually recording locally, so I'm going to upload these files later.
Good, please do, because I want a copy when the time comes. It looks like they've just about got it. No, they're still working on it. Well, it's still everything coming up bonks here so far in Game 1.
Yeah, 007 is looking to push into C now, though. I think they've realized they kind of have to do something with
They got to do something.
Big group of ships.
They're nearly 600 points down. The game is over in 2 minutes. They've got to do something here. They took all of these ships up to the corner of the map. They kind of messed around up here. They all shuffled their positions, and now they're finally moving forward again. Favas St. Vincent, though, what I would consider the backbone of this push, looking very rough.
Yeah, well, he's just hit W, as he should at this point, right? And so is Bueno Right. And they're just basically looking for a way to get back in.
Eagle Lance not able to retain control of B between Dyer outspotting him just a little bit, and the Salem down here, backup Salem. I don't even know who the player is. We just got a backup account playing a Salem down here.
Now, that's an interesting thought. That's an interesting thought. It could be literally anybody who has the account credentials.
Yeah, it could be. Could be. I mean, they hand out those backup accounts to the teams as far as I'm aware. Like each team gets one or something, or the admins keep those in their back pocket for when they need them. Something along those lines.
Right, right. FIFA is about to take 1 or 2 torps here in the bow. It's going to take 1. Gets through, heals up.
60 seconds from a bonks. Bonks win here in game 1.
What's going to happen
what do you got, Zath?
Squarius comes out here. He's got his AP armed and ready. He took one in the butt earlier.
Well, he's got his AP loaded, but you know that Fava's looking to flex those St. Vincent torps and or punch him in the bow with these guns. The Squarius also taking salvos astern.
I don't know if it's going to work.
Petro.
Hidden stats, the shot comes in. There's the bow torpedo.
One of the torpedoes. He's managed to sneak it around the island, but it misses. They lose to Squarius. Oh, big hits here from the Wooster though. And
that's
the
Harugamo
AP does the job.
Yeah.
Ooh, the Harugamo AP doing the job. 2 kills apiece. That buys them some time, but they've still got a lot of ground to make up here. Aren't you glad? I bet they're glad friendly torpedoes don't do damage anymore right now, Zath.
That's right.
Well, the long-awaited 007 push at sea has finally achieved results, but I think it's going to come too late. They're still just way upside down on points. They need to get into any other cap any way they can. They've got to stop these bonks point games, and I just don't see it.
The big problem is that K-Bomb, the other battleship for 00, is looking worse for the wear here. He's at 13k on fire. He's trying to heal now, but he's in no position to push. That leaves basically Big 6 TV and the Petro to push.
Yeah, I think the play has to be Big 6 here. You're under 60 seconds. They know that K-Bomb is their win condition here. If they kill him, the game will end.
Right.
Or at least it'll be so close that you won't leave 00 any reaction time.
Right. Looks like the game is now showing up on the stream.
Yep.
From 5
they
minutes
finally
ago.
got there.
Perfect.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Progress.
All right. So Guy coming in now.
30 seconds now. It's time for a big play. Let's see if they can make it. He knows his hydro's up. He knows these Kleber torpedoes are coming in. He's going to ground himself and still take one. He is in the cap now.
Yeah, that just delays things by 15 seconds.
Slows things down. They need a kill, Zath. I think if they can pick up a kill in 30 seconds and extend the timer, they have an outside shot. They're onto both caps now. Eagle Lance has stopped all the canes at A cap.
Okay. Right. So that
Eagle basically Eagle has to sit here and take this fire. He cannot leave this cap, right?
Right.
Or he can't leave it for very long anyway.
And you can see him trying to juke forward desperately to just somehow dodge backup shells.
Yep, got to do anything he can here. This is a master class in destroyer spotting.
Master class though. Big 6 is at 3k health and continuing to fall.
Yeah, they're going to farm him out here. The St. Vincent shells seal the deal.
Oh, there goes. Literally blown out of the water.
Yep, literally blown out of the Kleber bags it there as Bonks with a pole-to-pole win here in game 1, looking very solid. That I gotta say, Zath, you know, we talked briefly about it, that 007 push up the 10 line. You see teams try that, but I don't think I've ever seen a team kind of get so snarled up and spend so long trying to get organized.
Yeah, it almost feels like they knew what they wanted to do, but then they saw that Des Moines and they were just like, uh-oh.
Yep. All right, well, let's throw it back to the studio. I'm sure that Bogsy and Guys, you have some analysis. They'll have a look at the game replay, guys. We will see you back here in just a few minutes.
Sounds good.
Action stations.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, action stations. Here we go. Game 2, 007 versus Bonks. Bonks up a game. This is a best of 3. And let's take a look at what 007 is going to bring to this. Oops, I have it reversed. Oh, well. Let's take a look at what 007 brings to this game. So 007 is bringing Montana, Kremlin, Salem, Venezia, Napoli, and then 4 destroyers. We've got Marceau, Shimakaze, and a Yu Yang. What do we got for BONKS, sir?
That is a radar Yang for those interested. That's Frice. From the North spawn in the green again, BONKS is bringing Montana, Preußen, a Marseille, a Stalingrad. So 12-kilometer radar for them. Napoli, and also looking a little Marceau heavy here. We've got a Marceau, a Z-52, a Shimakaze, and a Harugumo. Very interesting mix of destroyers. We've seen Z-52 put to good use on northern waters in the past. We're going to have to see if Dyer can make it work here in Game 2.
So he's looking to do that diving play you were talking about last week. He's just going full YOLO right in with engine boost and everything.
Yep. Yeah, we saw a team, at least one team, try to play Z-52 on this cap from this position last weekend, but they played the Z off like on the very edge, very southern edge of the cap circle. And of course with enough radar, enough pressure, they could push him off. Dyer here going to dive this island and wear this island like armor and use his hydro to keep opposing destroyers out of here for as long as possible, picking up these points for BONKS.
And you'll notice 007 doesn't seem interested at all in doing anything about it. They're like, yeah, they got a Z-52. Nope. Yeah, he's in B. Okay.
Yeah. When you see a Z on the opposing team's Zath, it's pretty well understood what his role is on this map in my mind.
Absolutely.
Now, one thing here I want to point out from the 007 side of the map, they're sending a tremendous amount of firepower to A. Check this out. Double Marceau's in the cap already. Salem, Napoli, Kremlin, and even Akerona Shimakaze headed in that direction.
Well, I mean, interestingly enough, we kind of saw the same idea last game, right? Send the bulk of your forces to one cap and win it. This time they are winning it, which is good. But look at Akerona and the Shimakaze.
He got lit for just a moment. I think he's got a gap for those torps. He's clear. Dyer had backed up far enough to spot him on the surface, got counter-spotted in return, and boys Salem there threw some shells at it.
Yeah, and now Bueno Wright is trying to farm COTS 14 backups Stalingrad, who's in a very sticky spot. He's got some deep water torpedoes coming his way, so he's probably going to back up, but then he can get farmed more from that Salem.
He's going to move up just far enough to almost guarantee to take one of these deep waters.
Right in the center.
Yep. His DCP takes the flood, he DCPs it right away, and throws a heal in.
As you would expect.
As you would expect. He is dark. He's moved up far enough on that island they can't spot him right now. But it's 007 with the early cap control here as the double Marceau, the Wolfpack now leaving the A, heading back towards the middle of the board, backed up by this Salem.
Yeah, and now they're getting ready to go after Dyer. Dyer it looked like lit, or maybe they're just guessing. Either way, they got some hits on Dyer. Dyer now backing up, trying to see, okay, who's coming my way and all that. But I love this double Marceau push with the Shimakaze to kind of gatekeep for him.
You know, Zath, I really think that if they wanted to, they could push into Dyer's face and just annihilate him. I don't think he has the help. Well, he might, because Nagato's Harugumo is rotating back this direction. Originally, that wasn't the case, but he's over here now.
And he's opening up even. I was just going to mention that he's heading this way. I think they know how important it is to keep Dyer alive.
Yeah. So they're trying to dissuade. I think they're trying to dissuade this play here. Dyer's hydro is now up. That spots both Marceaus and turns them back off the cap as the Marceau, BONKS' Marceau, that is Addy over there picking up the C cap.
Yeah, now Nagato did something interesting. He basically stopped while shooting, so he told all the Marceaus where he'd be, then smoked. As a result, got chunked a little bit. He is using torpedoes and his reload boosted torpedoes to try to, luck chuck his way through, but I don't think those Marceaus are taking the bait. They're turning south. They don't care. They're feeling good about their situation, I think.
One other thing that I want to point out about the play that we just saw from Dyer, very commonly when you see Z-52s dive this cap early, they do it with their hydro on at the start. Almost as soon as they get onto the cap circle, that hydro is up and ticking. Dyer didn't do that. He waited until they were, I won't say certain, but they suspected that there would be more ships coming to try and dislodge him, and that hydro is what turned those Marceaus around. And now, these Harugumo torpedoes may be impactful as they're coming in on Eagle and Koi Fish now.
Oh, they turned back in? Nope. Yep, just outside of range.
They turned back in. Not quite enough range there.
Wow.
Double O out to an early lead, but BONKS closing the gap now. Picking up C, pushing pushing Double O well off of the C cap. No real way back into C if you're 007.
What's interesting is Todd Howard's Radiant in the Shimakaze all the way out on the one line, by himself, mind you, realizing this might be an opportunity to back cap A, but Big Six's Napoli stands in the way.
He has to be a little careful of Big Six, who's going to take one of these Shimakaze torpedoes. Because that Salem, boy, I know, right? Salem is still nearby, covering that A cap. So trying to backdoor that cap is going to be a real challenge with 2 cruisers there plus radar.
Yeah, I like the fact that neither team is, leaving A and giving it up, but at the same time, I feel like BONKS needs to put more assets in to try to, if they really want to contest that.
I agree, and yet at the same time, Zath, I think for the moment their play is that they're going to defend B. At least it certainly seems that way, as now Eagle and Dyer are going to basically proxy spot each other on either side of this island.
Yep. They will shake fists angrily at each other for a while their teammates try to dispatch the opponent.
Both ships spotted directly on either side of this island now, and so the shells are really going to start to fly, because both teams hold a position on the respective flanks to fire onto those destroyers on that island. Yep.
Acarona detected by, I believe that's radar from Stalingrad.
Yeah. Stalingrad radar came up. They got some shells into him and drove him off the cap. Now he's on fire. He's just now gone dark.
Dyer, look at Dyer now. He's like, you know what? No, I'm out of here. He's getting outside of proxy spot range.
He's at least trying to break the proxy spotting while putting his Hydro up so that they can counter spot Eagle to do something about Eagle Lance. Preußen shells and secondary is starting to come in on Eagle now.
Yeah, that's very good play by Dyer. The key was 007 had better angles on Dyer's position, I believe, than BONKS had angles on Eagle Lance's position. So Dyer had to do something. He knew he was going to lose that trade over time simply because of board positioning from teammates.
He was 100% right. The Napoli position, way over here on the one line, having much better shots onto Dyer than Dyer's team had onto Eagle Lance.
That's right. Exciting to see a Preußen again.
It is, and it's interesting that you can see them using it kind of as it was intended. I almost wish Morb stopped here. He was pushing down the 7 line here. I feel like he would have been better served to push up to this island just to his south. He's stopped and reversing now. That way his secondaries could have gone in on Eagle Lance, and he would have had cover from the Marceau that's farming him off to the south.
Right. That little island will block most of the deep waters coming in. All of them coming in, actually, so that works out well for more. But in the time we've been talking about him, he's already lost like half his health.
Yeah, he's lost a huge chunk of health. It also has allowed Fries to get back in here and pick up C. The Marceau of Addy has rotated over into between B and C. So, again, 00 closing the gap now. Not ticking. No one is ticking up B. We're about to have a lead change here, and it might even go further because I think Morb is in real trouble here.
Oh yeah, he's at 26K. Look at all the torpedoes coming in on him right now.
A whole bunch of Shimitorps coming in. His Hydro is up. He knows those torps are there.
He'll dodge those, but he's going to take the one in the back at least.
He cannot dodge all these deep waters coming in on his port side. Is he going to take one, just the one, right as his DCP comes up, but he's not going to, they're going to get him. Yep.
And while that was happening, Addy came in and assassinated Eagle Lance with his Marceau.
Yep. Very, very nice play there from Addy.
Yeah, but can he get out? He's dark now.
I think he can. No, I think he can.
If he gets caught on fire, it'll stick for a while. But nobody can spot him. He's out.
So both teams trading ships here. BONKS doing a good job of defending Dyer's position at B. But now the play is they've got to get back onto C as best they can. Actually, no, look at A. Todd Howard's finally getting a little bold here.
Wow. Yeah.
Just like Just as we expected, though, the Salem radar is going to push him off the cap. See if Big's going to take one of these torpedoes. I think he is.
Nope.
He finds a gap. And so once again, now, Koi Fish's Marceau dives B, and once again, BONKS ticking up no points. OO ticking up 2 caps. 9 minutes to play, out to about a 70-point lead. Oh, these deepwater torps on the Stalingrad. He's going to take another one. Oh. I got to say, Zath, watching Frice play Yu Yang this match has been a privilege, right? He has been so impactful with those deepwater torpedoes and the torpedo reload booster. It's been a real showcase as to why Yu Yang is a force to be reckoned with right now. In this tournament.
Yeah. Yep. As COTS 14 backup, the Stalingrad goes down.
Stalingrad going down. Up a ship, ticking up 2 caps to none for the opposing team. Everything coming up 007 this game.
Oh.
And now Dyer's in real trouble.
Yeah, just saw that health bar go down there.
He's going to try and pull out of there again like he did earlier. Try to break the proxy spotting.
Not going to happen.
Well, it's not going to happen. Not in time. The Venezia shells that landed on him a little bit ago sealed that deal. And now they're pushed off all... Now BONKS has pushed off all the caps.
That's right.
If you're BONKS, Zath, what are you trying right now? What's your play? It's desperation time. What do you do?
Push A and C at the same time. Or B and C.
I don't think they have the forces. I don't think they can push C. They've only got the Marseille and the Napoli over there.
Yeah, but I mean, 1 minute until they lose. Like, there's just not time to only create one at one spot. Look at Addy.
Well, it's gonna be even less than that. It's 30 seconds now because there goes the final cap flip.
Yeah, I think Addy. Everybody else knows this is it. We're going to a game 3.
Looks like it.
I don't know who else can possibly go down here towards the end of this battle.
We didn't talk about it much, Zath, but now as I sit here at the end of the game and look back a bit, I feel like maybe Hidden Stats' Montana position here in the middle of the board was a little wasted.
Yeah?
Kudos to OO for never moving ships out where he really had shots on anything, but I think maybe BONKS missed an opportunity there to move him to some place where he might have been more impactful.
Yeah, that's true, and I think part of that is because 007's real big push and relocation on the board was with the destroyers that, I mean, you're not going to see until, they let you see them. So
exactly,
I think it made perfect sense.
Some great counterplay there from both teams, but it's 007 that comes up with the win here to force a game 3. Let's go back to the studio and let the boys do some analysis.
All right, let's do it. All right, everybody, welcome aboard. Game 3, BONKS versus 007. One of these teams will move on in the bracket. The other one goes to the losers bracket to try to fight their way back. Let's take a look here at BONKS. BONKS is bringing a Preußen, a St. Vincent. For cruisers are Marseille, Napoli, a Salem, and a Des Moines. And for destroyers, we have a 20-kilometer Shimakaze, a Daring, and another Shimakaze. I believe this one's 12-kilometer torps.
Mine are showing up as 20 on both, Zath. Dyer and Todd Howard's both showing up as 20s.
I might have mixed up Eagle Lances when I was looking earlier.
No worries, no worries. Let's have a peek at the other end of the map where 007, having come off a solid win in Game 2, looks to take the series, fielding Montana, St. Vincent, Des Moines, Minotaur, Venezia, and Napoli, fronted by a round mix of destroyers. That's a Gearing, a Shimakaze, and a Grozavoy. Now, I'm curious. I want to look at Acheron's gearing here for a moment, or Acherona's gearing for a moment. Is this a legendary gearing? It is.
Yes.
So Acherona then running, I'll move this up where you guys can probably see it a little better. Acherona then running a 5.6 kilometer detection gearing. That gives him just about the same detection as Dyer's Shimakaze on that A flank.
It's interesting, now you mention it, Eagle Lance is running the unique upgrade for the Shimakaze. which makes her just a torpedo spamming monster.
Ooh, that'll be interesting, especially with the 12s. I find that very curious. I would almost expect to see that more with the 20s.
Yes.
But Eagle running it with the 12s, that over here at the Sea Cap, that'll be very interesting.
I did that once in ranked with 8-kilometer torps. It was hilarity.
with the F3s.
Yes. Yes. Worth mentioning too, by the way, Fryce is in a Minotaur. That is a Minotaur with radar.
Oh yes, a man after my own heart. A man after my own heart, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh goodness. All right. Well, both teams are kind of spread out a bit, although it seems like BONKS is positioning more in the middle.
Yeah, early deployment here. 007 making a very strong push for the A side of the board. Grozavoy, Minotaur, Venezia, St. Vincent, all led out here by Acorona's gearing. 5 ships, technically maybe even 6 if you count Boy I Know Right's Des Moines position.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, 007 is doing what they've done twice already so far. It's just put your bulkier ships on one side of the map, push and win that side, as Koifish Pond is now smoking Fryce right into some torpedoes.
Well, Fryce has got his hydro up, so they're going to get at least a little bit of visibility on those torps. There we go. So Sky's turning into to avoid them now. Koifish turns in to avoid them. And Phoebe's St. Vincent over here taking some long-range shots at the Salem back over near the B cap, as Nagato's Daring picks up B right from under the nose of a Des Moines.
Yeah, very ballsy play there, but who's 007 going to shoot at him with? Nobody.
I mean, they don't have anybody in a position to shoot at him. This is the kind of one of the, I say consequences of taking this heavy A push that they've opted for here.
That's right.
There we go. Acarona and Dyer spotting each other on the surface now. It'll take a moment for Dyer to get his engines turned around. Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow.
Look at the Venezia salvo. Holy bejesus.
Yeah, I was just about to say, Acarona's got friends. Dyer does not.
Sky's Venezia was ready and waiting for that moment, and boy, did he make it count.
Dyer's not out yet, of course.
No.
And he only needs 1 hit point to live, and, you know, you could say that this is activating his adrenaline rush, right?
Well,
but
let's check. Let's find out. Does he have adrenaline rush? He does not.
Does not.
Zath. He does not. I've been seeing this more and more. Some of these guys don't take it, and I understand the thought process there. As now,
Dyer's in trouble.
Koifish is aggressively pushing him. They know how close to death Dyer is. They want this kill, and they're willing to trade Koifish's health to get it, Zath.
Yes.
I think they're going to get it.
Koifish doing a nice job of changing course and dodging all those Shimakaze torpedoes in the process.
Changes all the torpedoes, but he's going to have to spend some time healing. He does get Dyer. He needs to get into this smoke and recover as much of his HP as he can, which is exactly what's going to happen right here.
That's right. Pops the brakes.
Really, super bold, aggressive play from 00 Zath. I like it.
I do too. I think it was a great choice. Once they realized that Dyer was that low, they saw an opportunity, and they jumped right in.
Yep. They jumped right on top of it and absolutely took advantage of it. And now they're up a ship, even though they're down a cap here. 5 minutes in. I still like their. Do I like their board position?
Whose?
007. As I sit here and look at the map, I mean, they have lock solid control of A. There's no way that that BONKS is gonna get back in there. But right now, BONKS owns the other 2 caps. So if you're 007, I think you need to maybe do some redeployment here, and I think we're starting to see some of that.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the problem, right? They all went in, they got A, they got a kill, they're all high-fiving each other, then they're like, wait.
yeah, but we're still down on points, guys. We're still technically losing the game right now.
We got to find someplace else to go. And so yes, now they're gonna change, they're gonna rotate around. Looks like they're gonna leave Acarona in the backfield just to cause mayhem as they bring everybody else towards B. The problem is, you know, you've got a Des Moines and a Salem that are just kind of staring angrily at a cap that belongs to them right now anyways.
How do you break into B? I don't think they can. Now, what's interesting, Zath, is I sit here and look at the radar coverage of the C cap. Addy's Des Moines radar only covers maybe about 40% of the C cap. So if 00 was feeling particularly cheeky or particularly bold, they could probably cap C right out from underneath BONKS' nose.
Yeah, it looks like 007 was expecting a bit of a push down the 910 line that never materialized. They're just luck-chucking torps that way, hoping to hit something. And Franstar is just playing goalie all the way up at the top end of the 910 line. So Eagle is doing exactly what you're saying. He's starting to turn towards CCAP. And I think they're realizing they don't have anything there. He's going to come around the corner and see an angry Preußen looking right at him.
Well, I was going to say, he's going to come around the corner, and there's going to be a Preußen right in his face. Now, we don't know if his torpedoes are ready to go. They've got to be close, because the salvos I'm looking at ditching off to the north are probably 60, 65 seconds old.
Yep,
so,
here they come.
Yep, we're starting to see the torpedoes now. And Morb's hydro is up. That's allowing them to play a little bit of defense in this cap right now.
Yep. But notice how Morb realized he's detected. Clearly there's a destroyer threat, so he turned instinctively northward.
Yep. Turning out.
Look at this wall of skill from Todd Howards. Almost no gaps. That's practice.
This is the mark of someone who has played a lot of Shimakaze and played it well, Zath.
That's right.
8 minutes gone. BONKS still on a lead on the strength of their cap advantage. Down a ship here. 00 executing a very textbook early assassination of one of the BONKS destroyers, but for the moment they haven't turned that into a lead.
That's right. Now Eagle he still has one rack of torpedoes available. I think he's waiting for maybe contact before he fires them off. And it looks like the two Shimikazes in C are gonna butt spot themselves pretty soon here.
Looking like it.
There
Let's
it
have
is.
a peek. Yep, both of them into the cap, and yep, there they go. Both catching a glimpse of each other. I'm waiting for Morb's secondaries or main battery to pop off. There's the main battery. Does get a little bit of chip damage there. Now, I think at the end, Zath, I like the way Eagle is managing his torpedo launches better. He's staggering his launches to give him the opportunity to kind of feed a steady diet of torpedoes where he wants them to go versus the wall of skill we saw a moment ago.
Now, do me a favor and put your attention at the G line just south of B. Look at this. Koifish Pond puts a smoke out to ensure Fryce's Minotaur is not spotted as he transits B, heading straight for CCAP. I like this a lot.
I really do as well. They know now where the Shimakaze is. I mean, they've spotted him twice, and I think they've pushed Morb back enough that I think they have the opportunity to either use Fryce's radar to push Todd off, or possibly, if they catch him napping, pick up a kill. Ooh.
That was from
good
Big
hits there.
Six's Napoli on Addy.
Yeah, good hits there from the Napoli on the 9 line. Loving that play.
Yeah, we followed those shells in on my side. Craziness.
Indeed. Again, BONKS still on about a 150-point lead as we cross over the halfway mark of the game, but I still do not think that 00 is out of this match by any stretch.
No.
Trailing at the moment, but with up on health and ship quantity, let's say. I
don't like this decision by Koifish to start shooting, though.
No, I don't either. It feels unnecessary. I mean, I know they're making good inroads on Morb's health pool when they want to get the kill, but...
He was able to... He's going to break off contact here soon. There it goes. And he does have a heal.
He basically has to. They're now able to get Eagle Lance into the cap, and they see where Fryce is. Addy's radar picks up Fryce.
That's right.
On this gap over here south of the 7 line.
The enemy is about to win.
They're bringing Addy back to defend C.
Smart play, sensing that change, saying, okay, they're not going B, they're going C. That's a good rotation by Addy.
Well, and now look at Boy I Know writes Des Moines. He is about to push up into the B cap.
Ballsy.
And force them to do something with him here.
And look at Fryce just open watering.
Sure, why not? Who's gonna shoot him from that position?
Oh, look at Bueno Wright's. Oh man, just got whacked.
Oh goodness.
That was
and he's got more poison shells coming in. Poison shells going through this saddle in the island, Zath.
Yeah.
Look at that. What a shot. Morb with a brilliant shot there. I think Boy's in trouble. But 00's got to make a play of some kind here.
That's right. Fryce is trying desperately to keep firing over that island. He's clearing it. He's getting some good hits into the Salem.
Ooh, somebody's just got a good hit into
yeah,
the Salem.
Actually, I think that was K-Bomb. He's got his scout plane up. Yeah, there's Fry shots.
Boy, I know right is actually dark right now, Zath. They have no eyes on him. They've pushed the Salem back up far enough that he's actually going to be able to flip B. Although it looks like Morb is blind firing where they think he might be.
Might as well.
Yeah, those shells did not go where where Morb wanted them to. Oh,
backup
good
just
hits
got
on the
Venezia.
Salem. Yes, he did. 600 HP now.
Minotaur's going to take him out right there. Boom.
There it is. Bam. Again, not a lead change, but the lead change is coming soon. Double O closing the gap here. Up 2 ships, flipping B.
Now, Big 6 on the Napoli, all the way on the 10 line. Quite low. Up against Fratstar's Marseille. Obviously, Fratstar realizing he needs to make a play. He's starting to push down that line.
Good hits from the Napoli there, but now Frat is dark. Big can't see him anymore. And his spotter plane, well, his fighter plane's coming up in a moment. Why are they running fighter and not spotter, I wonder?
Well, and he's also up against the border, so it'll take a while before he can get back out.
Fair enough. There goes the fighter. Doesn't look like he can spot the Marseille just yet.
The enemy is about to win.
I don't think the Napoli can take a spotter plane.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I think you're right. I'm thinking of Venezia. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I'm getting them
Venezia
confused.
can.
You're right. Thank you. That's my mistake.
No worries. There's just a few ships in this game.
Just a few. Just a few.
Look at
30 points.
Look at C. Look at C. Look at all the torpedoes going through C right now.
Yeah. 30 points and falling is this gap. 6.5 minutes to play. We're coming up on a lead swamp for 007. But I tell you, Zath, even though they're down 2 ships, if BONKS is able to tick up over 900 points and pick up a kill at the right time, like, for example, Boy I Know Right's Des Moines, this could still go their way. This is still anybody's game here.
I do like how 00 put the St. Vincent Viva, like, just south of B, basically saying, yeah, I dare you to come get this.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, come do something. What are you gonna do? Now the same thing goes for 007, right? They're throwing shells at hidden stats as St. Vincent in the back there.
The Torps are hitting.
Oh my goodness.
The Torps are hitting.
The Torps are finally coming in on Morb, whose Hydro is offline. Is he gonna
This
take
might do it. This might do it.
Is he? Oh my goodness.
Oh, the dodge.
Right under the screws. We have had a lead change, though. 00 now out to their first lead of the game. About 20 points and ticking.
Addy just coming down the channel.
Yeah. Addy's like, man, we gotta push. We gotta do something.
Neither team wants to be knocked out here.
Trying to avoid the Des Moines AP coming in on his broadside. Over 900 points for 00. In a moment, BONKS will be joining them. What a series.
Absolutely.
I think they're going to pick Addy off. I think the minnow shells are going to do it, Zath.
I don't think there's any way, unless Addy can somehow go dark and turn.
No. It's too late. It's too late for that.
Oh, there it is. Montana.
Yep, they've pushed Todd Howard's Shima into the B cap, a last-minute desperation play. But we're still 50 seconds from a 00 win here in Game 3. All they have to do is stop dying. Well, I say stop dying. They haven't lost a ship yet, so they just have to keep doing that.
Continue not dying.
Continue not dying. There we go.
There you go. Oh, Nagato going in as well. He knows he's going to be radared. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. I don't think it makes a difference. I think they're going to pick up Nagato. When they do, the game will be over. There it is.
There it is.
00 with the reverse sweep here in the top 16. Looking really, really rough in Game 1, but man, Games 2 and 3 were outstanding.
Yeah, this was what we like to call a photo finish, guys. Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Solid play. Excellent. All right. Well, what do you think, Zath? Should we throw it back and let Boggsy and Gaishu gush over this one for a bit?
Oh, I'm sure they're just salivating on this, so let's do it.
All right, guys. We'll see you back in just a few minutes for the next game.